And hello, everybody. Welcome to today's meet and greet. I am Plexus Gaming, your host, and we have.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's meeting.
And as I get that off there so I don't hear myself speaking. And we also have as co host today, DGR Wolf, who you will recognize from as one of the team from seven that I play with in 7 days. Isn't that right, DJ?
Yep.
Alrighty. So, anyway, let's get this worked out here. So, but we can start talking about it. Somebody will join, I'm sure.
Yep.
Oh. So, what do you think about 2.5, DJ?
Definitely be a big change. Some of it needed, like the apiaries.
Yeah. I heard. Go ahead.
Chicken coops.
Yeah, the chickens will be good. That'll be needed. It'll help with the. It'll help with food. Just have to make sure when you do the chickens that you have some paper on you, so you don't have that smell with you.
Well, if we do it at the base, it won't have to matter.
Yeah, that's true. So, and I don't know if everybody noticed, but we've hit the 90 subscriber mark. Looking forward to hitting that 100. That'll be the. That's what our initial goal has been. But so then we'll notify. Then we'll tell everybody what our next goal is. There's always a goal.
Yep.
If you don't have a goal, your life is stagnant. But anyway, I almost forgot, DJ. How's your father doing?
Better and better.
Excellent.
Doctors cleared him to start to drive as soon as he feels he's up to it.
Oh, cool. Oh, I almost forgot. What's your furball's name?
The two of them, Chummy and Louie.
Leo. Louie. How is Louie doing?
Same old, same old.
Same old, same old.
Yep.
You got his problems under control?
Well, it's holding steady, which is at least better than some things.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I don't. For those of you who weren't with us for the stream, we ended up with a very interesting stream for day 21. We had some screamers show up, and they started the Horde Night early. I think the fun pimps actually try to do that because I've been noticing screamers have showed up just before Horde Night a lot and get a mini horde going, and it leads right into Horde Night.
Yep. And some of them even lingered because they started a screamer swarm, and it took a while to get all the screamers down. Especially since you had all the zombies from the screamers screaming, and then Horde Night kicked off, so you had the Horde zombies and the screamer zombies. It was just a big mass of them. Shame we didn't have more Molotovs to burn them down.
Yeah, okay. I found out why nobody's coming. The wrong name's on it. Alrighty, let's see. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I had the yeah, I had it set to the gaming stream instead of the meet and greet title.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So I went in and changed it. But yeah, that was that was good. We've got them going. We've got them going now up the stairs. So the zombie entrance is working again. Although you did end up getting swatted down.
Yeah. A bloated tourist knocked me off the tightrope.
The turret knocked you off?
A bloated tourist.
Oh, a bloated tourist. I was trying to make them easier for you to deal with, or kill if I could.
What, were you aiming them just as they were getting onto the tightrope?
No, I was aiming for them on the platform. The flat section at the top, and maybe a step or two down, if I could. But apparently one got too close to you.
Yeah, most of them just fell right off.
Well,
And some didn't fall off, went flying off when I whacked him with the baseball bat.
Yeah, I saw you were doing that. It's like, hey, that's a good idea.
And I think the fact that I have the chain mod on is why they're doing all of that ragdolling.
You should try putting the spikes on there as well.
Can you have chain and spikes? I thought they were mutually exclusive.
They may be, but I find the spikes to be effective.
Well, as Ninja commented yesterday's stream, I can actually juggle them pretty well. Get them on the ground and keep them on the ground because they can't get up.
Oh, we've already got that figured out, DJ. You and I keep whacking them. It's like you whack, then I whack, then you whack, then I whack.
Yeah.
What was it? We had a biker on the ground.
Yep, and he couldn't get up because
he couldn't get up.
Yeah, I've already had Pummel Pete up to 4, so that's helping me with my stamina. Then I added the ergonomic grip.
I don't remember what I've got Pummel Pete up to.
It definitely helps you because after like level 3, it gets one of those chain ones where after so many hits, it delivers like 100% extra damage. So that's very useful.
Yeah.
And then there's another skill that like replenishes your stamina after a kill with the club. So
yeah, that I know. I'm familiar with it. I just don't remember what it's called.
I think that comes from the set of 7 skill books for the batter up one.
No, where it comes from is the ones where you have your iron gut. It's right below it. So you can. So basically, you have a successful You have a successful hit and you get some of your stamina back.
Yep. No, this one wasn't a successful hit. This was on a kill. It almost completely replenishes your stamina.
Hello there, and welcome to the stream. Um, Basically, we're doing our meet and greet. We're discussing 7 Days to Die. You're welcome to answer any questions. We'll try to answer them the best I can. And just so you know, I'm Plexus Gaming, your host, and they just left. But I am Plexus Gaming, for those who may join. I'm Plexus Gaming, your host, and the co-host for today is DJR Wolf. You'll recognize him as one of the teammates that I play with on the game streaming. So, all right. Sorry, DJ. You can introduce yourself.
Hello.
Yeah, somebody was popping in and popping out.
Maybe they're having trouble getting the stream started.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be. Who knows? Maybe Com is trying to get in to watch it. Oh, but yeah, we had a few people. We had a few people the last meet and greet. You weren't here for that. So, because you were, you needed to do some take some,
my
do
dad
some
needed
family time.
Yep.
So, but and then you're making good progress on Ninja's base. DJ?
Oh, sorry. What was that?
I was asking you're making good progress on DJ's or not DJ's, but Ninja Space.
Oh yeah, we made good progress.
I'll have to go and check it out when you've got things set up and rolling.
Yeah. On Monday as soon as we're done with those stairs, I'm heading north to start working on my snow biome acclimation.
Okay, that sounds good. You're gonna have to take the gravel road. You go up the paved road, and as it starts turning, you'll see a gravel road. Follow the gravel road; it'll take you right to the snow biome.
Yep.
But and I'll continue working on them. When we get all the everything repaired, I'll start working on the mine, so we can have some concrete mix. Concrete. Go ahead.
Into crafting a couple more forges for us. Get those made because we're gonna need them. We'll need 2 iron, with one of them also being a general. At least 1 stone and 1 for brass and lead for bullets.
Yeah, 1 iron, 1 general.
1 stone and 1 ammunition.
Okay. We may need a second for stone, possibly.
We could use the general also for stone, especially initially. And maybe we could have the one on the lower level be the general one, since we already haven't loaded up with a bunch of stuff. And just keep using it,
Yeah. I remember the one server we were on, and I had the concrete mix production running at full tilt. Remember that?
How many forges did you have? Like four for cement production?
Oh no, I had 9 or more.
Yeah. We had all the concrete mix we could ever hope for.
Yeah, and then it's like I had 3 workbenches to make. I had 3 workbenches along with the.
Oh, it was because the cement blocks were really nice prices at the trader at that time.
Oh
The
yeah,
cement
yeah. We had millions of dukes.
Yeah,
I
we were
mean,
selling.
it was at the point if somebody needed money for something, it's like here, because I would literally go up and I'd be selling it, and I had no more room in my inventory. I would come back with concrete mix, but I had no more room in the inventory. My inventory would be uh, concrete mix and dukes. But if you remember, I also had all those miners.
Yeah, yeah, we had like that was with the mod, and there was those minor things. Didn't we also have chicken nests for that?
Yeah, I think we did have chicken, but we also had how many underground farms?
Oh, I forget. It was a long time ago, but yeah.
And on top of it, we also had a couple of car farms. So it's like we didn't need to go out and loot. We had our base down there, and whatever we needed, we got it from down there. I mean, we were wrenching cars,
Oh yeah, we had a car farm too.
several several car farms.
Yeah.
So it's like anything we needed, we produced.
Yep.
So, and then on top of it, it's like we were if we had extra of something, we also had I was also making it's where I came up with the concept of Sky Mall. So we had our we go ahead.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Sky Mall. I remember that.
Okay. Yeah, and so it's like I had all of these I had all of these what do they call it? Player vendors. In
Yeah.
in this Sky Mall, and people were coming all the time.
Although I
And
do like that one base where it had the bouncy things and the actual
that was the same server.
spikes. Oh, that was okay.
That was the same server. On top, we had the Sky Mall and the base with the trench around it, along with the tree farm. And then underground, we had all of our farms. We had the mines. We had the cars. We had the concrete mix production. We even had our own little bank. Remember that? And everybody had the opportunity to build their own place. And then I had it set up that we had our own electrical system.
Oh yeah, automatic doors, ways to drive up and down from the bedrock level up to the top with your 4x4s.
I don't know if we had that. I don't know if we had that.
I will say this: when 2.5 drops, I am definitely putting on extra storage instead of a plow.
You get the extra storage.
No, there are mods to give extra storage.
Okay, I thought it was automatic.
Nope. Oh, well, some of it is. It looks like some of it's automatic, and then they're also adding mods. Let's see here. Vehicle storage improvement. Each vehicle will now support one additional storage column for more storage slots. So the bicycle gets one mini bike 3. You know, like the vertical, it gets one, and then they have mods to add a horizontal one.
Okay, all right. You're probably right, but I thought I heard that it was an automatic thing that they put it in automatically. But I could,
Oh, they are.
I don't mind. I don't mind being wrong. I mean, that's not a problem.
You are right in terms of they do have that, but they also have on top of that a mod. The automatic one is a column. The mod is a row.
Okay, all right.
And I'm reading the notes right now on Steam. Uh, each vehicle by default will now support one additional storage column for more storage slots. So a bicycle gets one, mini bike gets 3, because that's how many rows it has. The extra column will add onto the right end, basically.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking of the rows. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking of the columns. I'm thinking of the rows.
Yeah, the column is the automatic added by default. The
Ah,
rows are the mods. We can have up to 2 mods per vehicle.
okay, that's cool. So, so yeah, so okay, so it's columns that are automatic. It's rows that are mods.
Yep.
I'm wondering if you could have extra rows, or is it stuck to just one row?
No, like the bicycle, you know how it's just the one line across?
Yeah.
Adding a mod will add a second line. Maybe you can add 2. I don't know. I'm doubtful a bicycle will let you do that much. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see when when it's out of experimental.
Yeah, but it looks like it's going to be 10 slots because right now the bicycle is 9. They're adding 1 for number 10, and each of the mods will add 10 more, so you can add 20 extra storage slots.
Okay. Hold on a second. Well, welcome to the stream. We're here discussing 7 Days to Die. Obviously, as you can see, we're touching in on 2.5. But any question about 7 Days to Die is welcome, and we'll try our best to answer your question. Between DJ and I, we have quite a bit of knowledge about 7 Days to Die. So, but yeah, because it's like what? How many days or how many years have we been playing this?
A long time. I mean, I have 2,914.9 hours of playtime by Steam.
Yeah, and I've got like I'm pushing 14,000. So
Yeah. Yeah, you have more.
well, I also played this when it was a single player game. So and when it finally became a multiplayer game is when I start getting you guys interested in it. So, but yeah, it can be an interesting game. Why is this?
Yep.
Okay, let me try this. That's why nobody's staying. The screen was black. Alrighty. Work this out a little bit. Okay.
I'm interested to see what they're doing for the storm changes.
Um, they're changing two of the zombies.
No, not the zombies for the biomes. I'm talking like because they're mentioning storms have been reworked to allow a longer grace period based on clothing worn because they're changing clothing. So it's like, are they also going to make it to where taking the biome, the old smoothies, will that like extend the time you get to be out in the storm? And zombies have a higher chance of dropping loot during storms, so that's something. It's like, can you make a base to be out there so that zombies will actively be around and you can hunt them?
I
Unless
don't
we think
know.
maybe we should have Fort Z 2.0 for this.
Fort Z 2.0.
Yep. Make a
Oh,
small,
oh, 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 yeah, okay. I remember that now.
yep, make a small bait, small but tough base in the wasteland.
Yeah, we can do that. Hello. Welcome to welcome to today's meet and greet. Uh, we have I have a co-host here with DJR Wolf, and then obviously there's myself. You're welcome to ask questions in chat. You can even join on the Discord, which is down there in the description. Um, anyway, yeah. Where would you want to put the 2.0?
Well, I've only poked my nose into the wasteland biome. I'm gonna have to actually check it out before we make the decision. Plus, that's gonna be more long-term goal.
Okay. So, oh, yeah. To be truthful though, I'm not sure how well it would survive on a horde night.
Well, you remember the old one? That's the kind of thing we're gonna be aiming for.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure how well it would survive. You'd have to make some serious adjustments to it.
For the storm?
Not just for the storm, but for the number of zombies we're going to be getting.
What are we at?
64.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this is mostly meant to go out there as both a base inside, deep inside the wasteland, and I mean, doesn't necessarily have to be for horde nights, but sit there in the storm and pick off zombies because they'll have the increased loot drop chance during a storm.
Hmm.
We could potentially turn storms back on. We'll have to see what 2.5 does for them and all of the protective clothing options, what that does.
Yeah. The other problem is we've got the jar issue. I don't think you can make jars in 2.5. You have to loot them.
And give me a second. Right now, I have the notes up. Let's see here. No, you can. Jars can be crafted once you have a forge and a crucible. With no perks, the recipe will be 31 sand and 6 clay. With advanced engineering 5 of 5, the recipe gets reduced down to 25 sand and 5 clay.
One major note: crucible.
Yep, crucible. So yeah, a lot of the early ones are going to be only looted. But we'll see what needs jars and what doesn't.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. They're making it that you have to do looting.
Yeah. Plus, you could have the server setting change from the default 0% refund to 5 or 10% for the occasionally we get a pleasant surprise. I mean, at
Yeah.
only 5 or 10%, you can't really count on it at all, but at least it's something for a pleasant surprise, you know?
Yeah, yeah, we can do that one. The
I mean, yeah, technically you could put it up to 100%, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the default setting being at 0, but still, 5 or 10%, that's
yeah,
okay. It's not going to be overpowered.
yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm happy that the that my base design has survived this long. The because if you remember, I started. What alpha did I start making this base?
I don't remember.
It was a long time ago, and it's literally survived. It's literally survived from alpha. Now it's 2.4, and it looks, and they're making some minor adjustments. So it looks like that the base design might survive into 2.5.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. The only problem is if they ever change the pathing, you know, then I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with this.
Yep.
So, but the other thing we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to start making iron spikes.
For the down in the trench.
Yeah,
Yeah. But we have so little iron now, we need to keep working on getting more.
yeah, because the dire wolf we had today, between my arrows. You know what? I think I know why we didn't get a red one. It died on the spikes. It didn't die because of my arrows.
I've seen them die on spikes and drop bags.
Okay. Okay. That all right. There goes my there goes my supposition.
Yep.
But yeah, it's rare that a dire wolf won't drop a red bag. But
Yeah, quite often they do. Same thing with the zombie bears.
yeah, I will be honest with you though. I'm glad you updated that to concrete the stairs.
Yeah.
That they would not have that those stairs would not have survived without that upgrade.
Oh, yeah, including the back. They were whacking on the back good. They got 2 of the concrete blocks destroyed at least.
Oh, did you see all the blocks that they whacked uh,
Yeah.
towards the base? Oof. I mean that was a. But the good thing about it is they opened up blocks that will allow you to upgrade the interior blocks.
Interior, yeah.
So,
Slowly but surely we'll get it up.
oh yeah. Then the next thing we got to do is we've got to upgrade everything to steel.
Yeah. Although concrete at least is pretty decent.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to, you know, the, but I'm looking forward to the steel because once we get steel, that means we're kind of set. We can go, and start upgrading all the other bases, including yours and Ninja's. That would be nice if he came back and found out, and found out his base was no longer just a wood or cobble, but a steel.
Yeah. But I mean, The main thing we should focus on is getting an underground mine going, because once you have an underground mine going, you could just get so much stone. It's just ridiculous.
I've already got one going.
Yeah, but the entrance is off in the distance. I'm talking one that you can access from the base.
Well, the whole plan is I'm going to bring it around, and there's going to be one off the road, which is going to be too far away for them to come to path to us. And we'll have one entrance, and then we'll have another entrance at the base. But before I actually do that, I do want to have. I have to check it to see if I can make the drawbridge, because I want to. I want to have a drawbridge entrance. So, like we had it before.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have the ramp up as early, as close to the base as I had it before. What it's going to be is there's going to be, corners, or, almost rounded corners that will allow even 4x4s to be able to turn from whatever direction they're coming from. And then will be the ramp. And somewhere along the way, there's going to be a drawbridge. Let me find out if they're in our yard. I hear kids, and they have a habit of being in our yard. Okay. They're not in our yard. But, you know how kids are.
Yep.
They don't know. Yeah, they just don't understand that, neighbors can be nice, but that doesn't mean that you're necessarily allowing them to play in your yard.
Yep. Because they can trample the grass, kill the lawn, and you have nothing but dirt and mud and rots off.
Well, I'm also thinking of liability.
True. Can't take that for granted these days.
Yeah. You never know when they're going to come in and then they get hurt, and the parents come in and say, they got hurt in your yard. You're responsible. So, but anyway, back to 7 days here. But yeah, the other thing is we've got to have the two runways. Do you think we should have it like we had it? I think what was it? The last map we have the one on the north side going north and south, and the one on the south side going east and west.
Maybe. It also depends on how attached it is. I would prefer if we had some kind of like bridge out to it, and we would have a manual drawbridge, and that drawbridge would normally be closed except for during Horde Night when we open it up, so that there's no path from the mine entrance / runway straight to us. I don't
what I plan on, doing is I want an automatic driveway that has a switch.
No, I'm not, that's separate. That's separate. Coming up a ramp into a garage driveway area, that would be separate. Automatic fine. I'm talking when we have like the runway areas and such, we should probably make them completely isolatable from the main base, so that when the zombies are doing their pathfinding on Horde Night,
Uh-huh.
there's no way to get to us. It's a manual drawbridge. You raise that just for the Horde Nights, so that the zombies don't see that as anything more than something to walk around.
Well, I plan on having the runways elevated.
Well, they may be elevated, but they still have supports on the ground level.
Well, that's why the supports are going to be like, there's going to be cross supports, where it's like a wall. So they're going to have that support. They're going to have to take out multiple supports. And it's not, it's like, figure this. You've got a wall that goes across like about goes across like 5 blocks. And then 5 blocks away is going to be another one that's identical to that. 5 blocks away is another one identical to that one. So, they could take out an entire wall down there, but the landing strip is going to stay up because it's supported by the 2 that are now 10 away from each other.
Yeah.
And then once you've got the steel, you've got the steel supports, then it's 15. So they literally would have to take 3 of the support walls out.
It's going to be difficult to get the inner ones to steel. We should probably focus early steel on those like inner joint ones, so that when we upgrade the rest of it, we don't have to worry about pulling stuff out just to get to the inner stuff,
Oh no, everything about it, the supports for the runway will all be accessible.
The columns may be accessible, but the block directly on top of the column won't be.
Yeah, well.
Will the runway be only 1 thick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I never have a too thick runway because I don't need it. So, oh. But yeah, so now the other thing we're going to have to think about is where are we going to, we obviously want to keep the tree farm where it's at because it's not affecting our our video graphics.
Yep.
But are we going to put the super corn where we had it on the last map?
Well, we definitely want some kind of surface farm that's pretty decently sized. We already have one going. We could, once we have a good underground area at bedrock, move the dew collectors down. Once the dew collectors are moved down, we would only need what's up top,
Okay, so we can move the dew collectors to where we had the trees on the last server.
No, like, remember how in the temp one we had the dew collectors down in the mine?
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, if we can put them deep underground, it's much less surface area, and we're going to be mining so much stuff out anyways.
True. So,
because we're gonna need a lot of stone for all the concrete and cement.
Well,
So
I'm working on it right now. So the only thing about it is what I'm doing is going to be heavy in repair kits. So I'm going to need, you know, I'm going to need the repair kits. But yeah, because the steel obviously uses repair kits for when the steel axe goes kapooey.
yep.
But anyway, and then we've all got except for Ninja, we've all got our motorcycles, and then our
I can't wait for the 4x4s and gyros though.
oh yeah, the gyro. Well, we need the gyro simply because of the size of the map.
Isn't it only 8K though?
Yeah,
A shame it's not 10.
I couldn't get it to 10.
Yeah, that's why I said shame it's not. But 8K is decent.
Oh yeah, it beats what we had before. It was a 6K before, but the 8K allows us to be able, the gyros will allow us to fly pretty far. But we're going to need to make sure that we have fuel savers on them. Because I don't know if we'd be able to fly there and back on the tank,
Yeah.
on one tank without the fuel saver.
That plus it saves us money. Although eventually we're gonna have so much money that it won't matter yet. Because remember where it got to the point in the temporary novice game one,
Yeah,
where
we were. We
buying
were
all the fuel we needed from all the different vendors. And we have so many different traders, we're gonna have a lot of gas. As soon as we get that cash rolling in.
well, once we start. Well, now that we've got a base in the desert, that will basically be our location to go and get the shale oil. We'll
Yeah,
start. We'll
just for an underground mine for shale oil.
yeah. So, and the other thing about it is I just thought about it. Instead of having a ramp to drive up and down, I'm thinking that for the underground mines, what we'll do is we'll just have a ladder to go down, and we'll have some mini. We could have our motorcycles in, but I'll probably put a couple of mini bikes down there because the mines aren't going to be that big. You don't mine as far, underground.
Yeah. I have been hitting up some of the surface iron nodes. That's how I got all that thousands of units of iron. But we've smelted it down so fast.
Yeah, understand those nodes that you hit, they go down.
Yeah, I know. But I rarely ever get more than a little deep just because it takes time to dig it all out and you're vulnerable during that time.
Well, That's also why I only do like one or two layers of the nitrate deposit that's near base. So,
At
you know,
least you get plenty of coal from the burnt forest and wasteland trees.
I haven't done much of that.
I've done a little bit. It's something. Gets you wood at the same time.
Yeah. But yeah, now that I've got the now that I've got the stuff for the both. Oh man, my knee. Now that I've got the gear that I can go into the burnt forest and the desert, that'll be helpful. But yeah, just remember you need to man, my knee. You need to go and make some more of the mineral water.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of low on it right now.
Yep, I'll do that. At least it's better than when 2.0 first dropped. That you could go into a bunker and the timer was still going down in a biome. That was stupid.
Yeah. The what day this week this upcoming week are you going to have to deal with that family matter?
Well, potentially Friday, but
Friday?
we won't know until Wednesday because my dad won't make the final determination of whether he's feeling fit for driving himself until then.
Sounds like a father.
Although, well, it's a couple of days beforehand, and the appointment is earlier in the day, so we'll
Okay.
see.
All right, if it's earlier in the day, then you might be able to make it.
Potentially.
Yeah. So anyway, it doesn't look like anybody's going to be coming, so we'll go ahead and end it here, and I'll catch up with you on Monday.
All right, see you Monday.
Yep, we'll see you Monday. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. We were discussing various things about 7 Days to Die, including 2.5. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments. And this is Plexus Gaming signing off until Monday.